Hi, and welcome to the R2RB Indie Artist Podcast. And today I have with me Tracy of Subtlety. And thank you so much for being here with me today. And Tracy is all the way over around the world underneath in Australia. How are you, Tracy?
You couldn't get any further away, could you?
No.
We stay out of trouble under here.
All right, we'll go with that. All right, so I like
Oh,
I like to ask two questions to get us warmed up. If you could
yes.
have any superpower to help you make music, what would it be and why?
Integrity, I suppose.
Okay.
It's a big one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It rules everything, I think. Integrity in your own music and I suppose how you portray yourself and why you're doing music, what the reasons are for and what you want to gain out of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that you can sort of get sucked into in the indie community for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, I suppose just being true to yourself and why you're doing music, what the reasons are, I
Yeah,
suppose, and that's really hard to stick by constantly because it's challenged all the time.
all the time.
Yeah,
Agreed.
from outside forces,
Absolutely. Yes.
whether it be um, groups or streaming services or marketing people. There's a lot to navigate
There
as an
is.
indie artist for sure.
There is, and I don't think the fans or the people that listen to the music who aren't involved in the other side of it all realize all the people and, like you just said, the marketing and what have you, producing and all the people that you touch bases with. It's just I sometimes don't know how you all navigate everything that you have to navigate and make it come out as beautiful as you do.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome. All right. So,
You
what's
have to
the
know when to take a break, Deborah, that's for sure.
yes, and
Yeah.
that's true, very true. And I think that goes for anybody, whatever their walk is in with their lives. If you just all have to, we all have to take that break. Otherwise, I think you just get burnt out, and that's when the big problems happen.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So, what's the most unusual or unexpected place you have ever found inspiration for a song?
Oh, there's cemetery.
Really?
Yeah, cemeteries are wonderful. Because you can sit there for ages and, just see what's happened to people and it's very peaceful and you can think about a lot of things and I don't know, cemeteries sometimes put things in perspective for you, I think. And
Yeah.
um I did write purple circles from there.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I just got a inspiration from it and the words, my thoughts just flowed and then the melody came very soon after because the melody is where the emotion comes from. So
Right.
it was very quite quick to write that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you come about for the name Subtlety?
It was actually my sister. I we were sort of I was asking her for help with what sort of name I could be when I decided to sort of um start doing my own music and she said, well, what sort of music do you want to do? And I said, oh, I think it's going to be pretty subtle,
Ah,
And she goes, well, why don't you call it subtlety? It really encompasses, I think, my music and me because I do sort of ballady sort of music. A lot of my music is, quite pensive and thoughtful.
yes.
And I thought it was a good name. a good description for it. And for me, I like to get messages across subtlety in a subtle way. And also, I really like to leave the lyrics and the song up to what the listener wants to get out of it. I don't like to really, the only people that really know what my songs are about from my perspective are probably my collaborators.
Okay.
But for everybody else that listens to the songs, I don't want to tell them what to think when they listen to it.
So you leave it
I
up to
want
their
them to, you know,
interpret their own way.
get something out of it for themselves, whether they
Right.
can relate to it. Yeah, but I don't like to tell people what to think when they listen to my music.
Hmm.
It's what they need out of it, really.
I like
You know,
that.
getting what I need, so you get what you need. I like to give in that way.
I like that. And
I'm a giver.
you are a giver with your music. Absolutely. Were you looking to just be an independent artist from the get-go? Or
Yes.
yeah, okay, to go along with that. So would you ever sign with an independent label or a label at all? Or you just
Oh,
wanted to stay true to yourself?
that's the worst thing you can do, I think. Worst thing you can do is sign to someone. That's just my personal opinion.
Mhm.
I think it's the main problem because you get these artists who are told to release something every month. Where's the quality in that? And you're doing music for what you think other people want to hear. You're doing music for what you think other people want to hear, what record companies want to hear, and what the radio wants to hear. So to stay true to yourself, I don't believe you should do it for the listener. I think it should just come from you. It's your art. It belongs to you, and it'll keep belonging to you if it comes from you.
Yeah.
Start getting like money involved and people in computer chairs, and you're in trouble. I think you only have to look at the tabloids to look at the commercial artists suffer. I do respect Taylor Swift though, because I think she's got to a point where she can actually dictate what she does. There's not many like her, though, that have got to that level that can do that. I
No.
think Adele's pretty good at it as well. I think she
Mm.
can, she just says, no, I'm taking the year off. I think you have to be really good at what you do to have people where you want them, I think.
And like you said, staying true to yourself, and those that are able or at that point, that's what they believe in themselves, 100%, to be able to continue to put together the beautiful music that you do and the other artists that
Oh,
do. And the indie artist, it's not easy. I know from speaking to other indie artists that the work, you have your passion and you have your love for your music, and what you put together is wonderful, but there are other aspects to it as an independent artist that you still have to do yourself. Does that part of it get you down sometimes?
it's a challenge. And it's funny because to be an indie artist, I mean, most artists really are really sensitive souls, I think,
Mm-hmm.
with something to say. So it's not really the place for them, really, because you have to have a sensitive soul to put yourself out there and want to express what you're feeling. But at the same time, you've got to be the strongest person to navigate everything else as
Exactly.
well.
Yes.
So that's why, especially online, I do try and support people that I get a vibe that they might be struggling with it, or
Mm-hmm.
the young ones that
Yeah.
start out. I try and encourage them to just keep being themselves, because you don't
It,
have to give everything away. You
no.
can keep some things for yourself. I think it's important to protect yourself and show up for yourself.
Absolutely. And the new
Yeah.
indie artists coming into this field, into the indie community. So many of them lately have, jumped in and, given it their all, but they then they don't see the results that they are looking for sometimes, and they just like, I'm done, I can't do this. Because if
Yeah.
you're in it for the long haul, from what I understand, that you have to give it time, you have to cultivate it, you have to work at it. And it is it is a business, and it's not a business. You don't want to look at it as a business, but as an indie artist, you are it. You're everything. You are your own marketing company, your producer, and down the line with everything else involved. So I'm so glad that so many of you, reach out to the younger indie artists, because I know so many of them are struggling, especially I
Mm,
think at the end of the year, for this time of year, for so many people, they look back and say, what have I
yes.
accomplished? Have I accomplished
Mm.
enough? So having somebody like you reaching out, kudos to you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's a lot to navigate. And I think people do it for the wrong reasons, I think too, because if you're an artist and you feel that you have a constant desire to express yourself and interpret what you see in the world, whether it's through music or poetry, it's not something you pick up to sort of gain something from, I don't think. I mean, it's nice to have the accolades and to have people obviously say that they love your music. I mean, it's such a
Right.
boost to your ego, and
Mm-hmm.
it helps you keep going, and you feel really good when people appreciate your work. A true artist, I think, does it because they have to. I do it because I have to do it, and it's not because I want to do concerts and stay in a hotel room by myself all night after it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
interested in doing that. See, a
No.
lot of people get into trouble from things like that. I'm quite happy to just have the audience that I do is enough for me.
Right.
And I don't know, I think you get the best product out of that too. You're not worried about all that stuff. And usually you'll find that the song will just take off.
Exactly.
It does. You just go, well, I'm glad you like
That's
it.
it.
And you
That's
write your
it.
next one.
Right.
That you can stay grounded that way, I
Yeah,
think.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You were nominated in 2023 in the pop category for the SA Music Award, a number one song on the Pulse FM Discovery Show, and you were included in the top 100 indie music artists in 2023. You also appeared on a television show, New Faces, when you were 18. Tell me about that. Tell me about that, New Faces.
I was actually 22. I went for an audition when I was 18 as a backup singer because my friend made me. And I had been singing on stage for 4 years and singing in restaurants and things like that. Yeah, I just thought, well, I might, you know, give this a shot. What you do when you're young, you think, the
Sure.
world's at your feet and you think, oh, I can do this and I can do that.
Right.
So I went for an audition. It was it's sort of back in those days, it's sort of like it's just like the talent shows you see on TV. It's a bit like
Okay.
American Idol,
Oh, cool.
sort of. It has evolved since New Faces, but it's the same deal. I went for an audition and I did Alana Miles' Black Velvet. We're going back a little bit here. They said thank you very much. I left there not thinking anything of it. I got a phone call a week later, and they asked me to come on the show and do a song, and I said, yeah, okay, that'd be great. And they said, but there's only one problem: the show that we're putting you on, Black Velvet, has already been taken by another singer. And I had 2 days to prepare, rehearse with the band, and get a flight to Sydney in 2 days. I had to do that. I had no idea what I was going to sing. So what I did, she was very popular. She was very popular at the time. I really liked the B-side of Black Velvet because I
Right.
had the single on the flip side of that single, well, when we had singles
Right.
ever, was a
Yes.
song called If You Want To. And it was a really good song. It was really upbeat.
Oh,
And I really liked it, and it was within my range. And so I took it to the musicians at the
right.
studio and I
Okay.
said, this is the song. No one had ever heard of it before.
That's crazy.
And I'm so glad they went with it, because usually you'd think on a television show they go, oh, we can't do that. Nobody knows the song. It's just going to go down like a lead balloon.
Exactly.
Practice and practice. I'm quite good at learning lyrics. My memory's quite good with lyrics. I learnt the song in 2 days. I rehearsed. I had 2 goes at rehearsals with the band, all the stage lights,
Oh
and
my
the
God.
show was going to be that night. I did the song. I didn't mess up. Extremely frightening.
Can only
But
imagine.
the adrenaline I got after it was like, oh, can we do that again? It was fantastic because you've got an audience clapping and you've got these big stage lights on you. And the panel absolutely loved it. We've never heard that song before. And Molly Meldrum was on the panel, and he said he's promoted a lot of artists out of Australia into America and things like that. He had his own show called Countdown in Australia. in the 80s. And he was on the panel and he said, well, good job, Tracy. And he said, but it's a fantastic song. I've never heard that before. And I said, it's Alana Miles. And he goes, I've never heard her release that. And I said, she hasn't. She hasn't released it. It's the B-side of Black Velvet. And he said, well, good on you for having the courage to do a song that isn't released. So it sounded like an original song to them.
No,
It
wow.
sounded like my own song. They thought it was my own song.
Oh, that's so
It
cool.
was so funny. But as luck would have it, I came fourth on the night.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
A jazz singer came third.
Wow.
A dancer came second. They were all very good
Oh my
at what they do.
gosh.
And Peter Andre came first. I was on the same night Peter Andre was on, and he did his Michael Jackson song. He was a big hit in England.
Wow.
And he won the night. And I
Oh my
think,
God.
good luck to him. He did a
Yeah,
cover song of Michael Jackson, so
yeah, but good for
and he
you.
had all the moves. So I had no hope.
Yeah, but fourth is nothing to sneeze at. That was pretty good. Good on you.
Thank you.
Wow.
It was
Oh my gosh.
hilarious.
That is funny. That is great. What a great story.
Yeah.
What a great memory.
I've had a
Wow.
few brushes where, if I had gone the other way, I wonder what would have happened.
Yeah.
Because after the show, Molly Meldrum asked me in the hallway if I had any original music because he said, I'm really interested in listening to it and doing something with you. At the time, I didn't have any. And I just
Okay.
said, no, I don't do original music. I don't have any. And we just said goodbye. And there was another time when I was singing in a Chinese restaurants because I was never good at waitressing, so he stuck me on the microphone instead. And that seemed to work better, even though I tell you what, you get your grounding on there, Deborah.
I
If you
bet.
can sing in front of people eating
Yeah.
with no claps,
Yeah.
you pour your heart out. I did Endless Love by Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. All you hear is knives and forks after it. But I tell you what, it gets you prepared for singing on stage.
I had to.
It
Absolutely.
does. It prepares you for all of that. To
Yeah.
do corporate show, I did corporate shows after that, and it prepares you for all of those situations. So I was pretty lucky that I sort of had that in the beginning,
Oh,
for
that was
sure.
great. Absolutely.
It gives you
Wow.
confidence, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You didn't learn the piano though until a few years ago?
Yes. I think
Uh,
it was 4 years now or three. I've
So
only ever sung.
so what prompted you to then learn the piano later and not earlier?
Well, I got to the point of singing live every single weekend for decades and decades. I needed to stop because it was wearing me down because I was working full time as well
Wow.
at the time and I was singing on the weekends. So I was younger then, so it was easier. I just sort of needed to pivot, I suppose is the
Okay.
word.
Uh-huh.
I needed some sort of pivot. And COVID came. And then all the live music ceased because of COVID. So there
All
was
right.
nowhere to play. And then it slowly trickled back. The audiences wouldn't go back to the venues. So I thought, this is just all too hard. I just can't sing to three people.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided that we had, given
It
it a
was
good
time.
go. And I said, see you later, guys.
Wow.
I thought, well, I've got to do something because I still had a spark inside me that I still had to sing. It's a thing that I have to do. I don't
Good.
know why, but I have sung all my life, whether it was commercials. I just used to sing commercials when I was little on TV all day and all night around the dinner table, and people, used to get fed up with it. But I just sang TV commercials because I loved it, and I've just sung ever since. And so, I don't know, it's something that I feel I have to do. So I had to find a way to still do that. And I thought, well, I can't just sing behind a microphone. I need some sort of music. So I thought, well, everything's shut down. I will just learn the piano
Ah,
over the next year.
okay.
And wow, did that open a lot of things, learning an instrument. That was amazing. It unlocked a part of my brain I didn't know was there. Doing cover music, I really only, looking back now, I can say I was probably half a singer because unlocking the brain with the piano, it's another world.
Yeah.
And I was also lucky to have the piano teacher that I got as well. well as a mentor. Extremely lucky. He does original music himself, but he also plays in Deep Purple cover bands. He does the
Wow.
piano for them. Just so supportive. He has been for the last 3 years, you know.
That's
On the
awesome.
first night I got there, he said, "What are you here for? What do you want to do?" And he said, "I'll fast track it for you." I don't know if he looked at how old I was and thought, I better fast track this for this girl. She's not going to make it. Because, you know, it takes so long to do theory and things like that. I
Right.
didn't want to get bogged down in all the theory. He understood from me that I wanted to still sing, but I
Right.
need accompaniment. He just gave me chords, and I've
Yeah.
just done chords ever since.
Yep.
And what's been really good for productivity is having that piano lesson. I have not missed a Thursday night piano lesson for 4 years,
Oh, good for
only
you.
when he has time off, because
Wow.
what that does is it keeps you on. I've got to have something every week to do
Right.
when I go there. Okay, so
Right.
what are you doing now?
Right.
So I will say, well, I've got these chords and I'll play these chords. And he said, it's really nice. So then the next week I will put some more lyrics down. And every song that I've ever done has developed in that way. He has seen all of my music right from the start.
Oh, that's
It's
wonderful.
from the chord structure right till the end. He's actually been blown away because he's seen my progress over the last 4 years. So I take my little Bluetooth speakers and I say, have a listen to this. And because I give him the song when it's finished. And he said to me, he said, you know, you will start writing your own original music soon after you learn the piano. And I said, no. And it was true. It happened. About 8 months in, he said, you know, Tracy, you will probably find you will start collaborating with people. And I said, no, that won't happen. I won't ever do that, because I thought, oh God, how could I work with someone else on my music? Because I'll just take over and say, no, it's got to go like this. But oh, it's the best thing. Best thing I've done. And everything he said I would do, I have done.
That is
And
awesome.
thank you. He's
Yes.
blown away by what I've been able to produce 3 years down the track with other people.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
really proud of what I've been able to do, you know.
Well, you should be proud of yourself. Absolutely. Because I
Thank
know
you.
you're welcome. Because I know the collaborations that I have listened to and those that I
Mm,
know that you have collaborated with it's beautiful. So
thank you.
what was your, let's talk about the music. So you have learned the piano and you've gotten that down to, where you're feeling pretty good and you're writing your music. What was the first collaboration you had?
I had a strange email from Switzerland from a gentleman that heard one of my songs and said, would you be interested in me remixing it? And I thought, well, I don't know this guy at all. So I sort of checked him out on SoundCloud, and he had a blurred fat face. We're not talking about Barker, by the way. This is another blurred face. He actually said to pass his regards to you as well, Deborah, I must say as well.
We'll talk about him in a minute.
Yes, I thought, oh my God, who is this guy? And I thought, you know what, his music sounds really good. I thought, you know what is the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? I thought, I'll let him have a go and I'll see what he comes up with. And if it's not very good, I'll just say, make something up or try and get out of it somehow. I don't know how, but I'll cross that when I got to it.
Exactly.
But I thought if he makes my music sound better,
Right.
I'm all in. So I just said, yeah, sure, go for it. And so when he gave it to me back, I was blown away, because wow, that song was Landscape of Your Life, a dream pop mix. He's a lovely guy. He's very respectful, and he doesn't want to change how I sound. It was more of the music, because he said he appreciated my voice, because he said I sort of reminded him of the oldest singers that are no longer around. He said, well, the singers you get today, he said, they're different than me. My influences probably have done that, because I've been around for a while. I'm probably more influenced by people like Karen Carpenter and
Okay.
Carole King, and
Mm.
Linda
Oh, wow.
Ronstadt is one of my favourite
Yeah.
singers. So I suppose, and I used to do Patsy Cline and Brenda Lee.
Oh,
I did the
wow.
50s and 60s, rocking around the Christmas tree. And I even did a bit of Skeeter Davis as well. End of My World. I love doing all that sort of
Oh, my
stuff, that
gosh.
dreamy 50s sort of music.
Yeah. And your voice fits in there perfectly.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
my gosh.
Thank you.
So Broken Skies, right? That's what the one. And
Yes, that's his song as well. Landscape of Your Life went really well. It's doing really well on Spotify. He came back for more, and he said this time he gave me a piece of music that I suppose was in the style that suits him the most. And he said, would you like to work on it? Would you be interested in writing some lyrics and doing a vocal for it? And I thought, wow, this is going to be tough because I usually just write to my own music. And that's quite organic. It all comes at once when I write
Right.
my own music, the melody, the lyrics, everything comes at once and the song's
Right.
there. Writing lyrics for someone
Somebody else.
else's music is
A new
different.
challenge.
He did give me the theme, the song Broken Skies, about the Ukrainian war,
Right.
because they're very close in Switzerland. All those countries around there are quite
Yeah.
close to all the action. They're not far away, there's
True.
only borders between them. So I thought, how do I write a song like this that's going to not be literal, but sort of a different perspective that people are going to accept? Because there's a lot of songs about war. I don't know. I just wanted to take it from a perspective that I could relate to because I'm not there. I thought I'm going to take the perspective of someone that lives there and has gone out for the day and are living in a war zone and are coming back to find that their house is gone. So I thought, could I put myself in their position and how would I feel? And that's where the whole song came from. I
Wow.
pretended I was a woman that lived in Ukraine and her house had been destroyed, got back from whatever she was doing, and the song was about how she would feel at that moment. Yeah, so
Wow.
it was easier to do it from that perspective rather than just to try and tackle the topic of war. And
That was done perfectly.
thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. We didn't want to do the video was quite hard to work out how to portray the song too, because I thought, well, I think the video can be a metaphor really for war. So I thought I'll use fireworks in the sky instead of the real stuff. Try and get the message in a way that's a little bit lighter
Hmm.
because the video, the music itself is quite pop.
Yes.
It's quite strange to write a pop song about the Ukraine war, really, because I mean, it doesn't make sense really, but the song does make a lot of sense at the same time.
And war doesn't make sense.
No. And I suppose you're trying to reach a wide audience with these messages
Hmm.
as well.
Sure.
So I suppose if you do make it for maybe people that are a bit younger as well, then that can groove to that beat. While they're grooving, they might listen to the lyrics a bit and it might spark something in
Exactly.
them. I suppose it's about the reach, isn't it?
Right. Yes,
So
absolutely.
I'm really
Wow.
happy with how it turned out.
Me too.
I think it's a good song and gone gangbusters on Spotify already. I don't like to talk about numbers because I don't want other artists to think that just because they don't have numbers, they're not good enough.
That is
I
that.
tend to not advertise that as much as I can.
Hmm.
Sometimes you want to, like, oh my God, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it does more
It's tough.
damage than anything. And it's just an ego trip. It's like, what
Yeah.
am I doing it for? So people go, oh, that's so great, Tracy. Oh, wow. Well, that's a lot of streams. Doesn't really do anybody any good, does it? Really?
No, no. I mean, I think everybody likes to have, the numbers sometimes just to validate themselves, or this is how far I've come.
Well, you don't know where the numbers are coming from, Deborah, do you really?
No, you
Do we
don't.
really
Not,
know?
not in this time.
No.
Absolutely not. We don't. So that's the other part of it as well. We don't always know.
Gee, you've got to be strong if you want to be an indie artist and you want to put out music
Absolutely.
that nobody's ever heard before.
Absolutely.
That's the aim of it
Yeah.
because we just won't have art at
No,
all, will we?
no. Got to go in strong, and you have to stay strong. Let's bring up our friend Parker.
Yes.
You
I'm
collaborated.
sure he's listening at the moment. So hello.
Oh my gosh,
I don't think he
absolutely.
misses one of your shows.
He does. He's funny. Oh my gosh. And such a nice guy. Let me tell you,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, as you know.
absolutely.
And you collaborated on Autumn with him.
Yes,
And how
I love his stuff as well. I mean, when I first heard Transmissions, and I'm like, what? I'm like you,
oh my
Deborah. I'm
God.
like, what is this?
Yeah, right? Exactly what ran through my head when I
Yeah,
saw I'm
it
like
just hijacks your brain.
wow. I had to go back and re-listen, and I have done that. And so when I heard that you and Parker were doing a collaboration, it's like, I can't wait for this. I mean, I was so excited knowing you and knowing your music and knowing Parker and his projects. It's like, this is mind boggling. It's beautiful
What,
though.
what
Oh my,
could possibly come out of an artist like me and an artist like Eric getting together and trying to do music, like what could possibly happen? And that was the beauty of it. I'm going to see what would happen if my music was meshed with his soundscapes. What could happen?
Oh,
Surely it would be something nobody's ever heard of before, because you just don't see it happen very often. People tend to stay safe with what they do. And I've always wanted to do the opposite to that, because I think that's when you get something magical and special.
and knowing Eric's projects, I was like, couldn't wait to hit the play button on that song. And that
Oh, thank
the two of you just did
you.
just a great job on Autumn. Like, wow. Yeah, Eric's great.
Thank you. Yes, we're both very proud of that song. Everybody, we got great feedback on that too.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Everybody seems to like it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen great feedback as well from that, from the comments on social media as well. Is there another one in the works by any chance?
Oh, we've just done December Key.
Oh, right.
That's just been released.
It was just released on the 17th.
Well, it's a hard song. It was a hard song to do because I've wanted to write a Christmas song for about 3 years.
Okay.
And all the Christmas stuff I see out there, I just wanted to do something special in December to sort of cap the year off. And I didn't want to write a Christmas song that everybody else writes. December has always been poignant for me for a lot of reasons. I tend to look at a lot of what goes on around me, whether it's I'm doing Christmas shopping at the shops. I tend to look at the people that don't seem to have much, or all the stuff you see on TV. I think of people sitting at home that can't afford that stuff and the pressure it puts on families.
Yes.
And the media just whirl it up as if it's this wonderful thing where you buy your wife a microwave for Christmas, or it's like,
it's
someone gets a new car with a big ribbon on it. And it's like, there must be so many people out there that,
absolutely
watch this sort of stuff. And
it's tough.
And it's like the have and have nots, isn't it?
It is. It's a tough time of year.
So I tend to, I don't know, I want to do a song for people that maybe aren't finding it that great. That there's other people out there that are thinking of you. You're going to be okay. We'll get through it. Things happen. Things change. We've just got to navigate our lives as best we can, I suppose.
Absolutely.
I just didn't want to come in with streamers and balloons for Christmas. I wanted to touch on something a bit deeper for people. It was going to be a hard song to do, and I said to my piano teacher, I don't know if I can do this song. And he said, the fact that you have said that to me, I think means that it needs to be done. I agreed, and I said, I think you're right. I think it just needs to be done.
Yeah.
I thought, who can I give this one to? I know. Solid Eric. Well, when you work with a collaborator, you just don't go with anybody. You have to find someone that gets what you want to do and understands it, is respectful of it. And, I thought, yeah, it's got to go to Eric, this one. And he did a great job on it. He did exactly what I wanted, as I knew he would. I thought, I can't just have piano and singing. I have to have some mood put behind this. Yes, he did all the soundscape. It was all about the song speaking for itself. And in my opinion, you have to let the song speak.
Yeah.
It's not about my voice. It's not about how good I sing it, or, it's the whole package of what that song is trying to get across.
And the two of you do it so well together.
Oh, I suppose we're mature indie artists in the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And just the description that I have here for that song, a seasoned reflection on family and friends is one of delicate coldness. And this time of year, that just really hits home with so many people.
Yeah. And of course, I didn't write that, did I?
No.
Eric wrote that. I didn't.
Yeah, he does have a way. He does have a way himself.
Yeah, he's a poet for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. One more, The Deck of Many Hands with Geo Stow and Richie Warwick.
Well, I got a vibe from Geo that all the poetry that he has written and that I have read that he has posted, he's always wanted to have his poetry put to music. And so there was a Voxen guest live show where he sort of mentioned that it has been his dream to put his poetry to music, to have an artist interpret it, what it would sound like in song. He said it's been a dream of
Ah,
his. And I thought, I've got to help this guy do it. He does so many for other people in the indie community. He has the deck of bands. So he makes cards for bands that are like a deck card, and you can have the whole collection of that year
right.
or of that season. And he does it for free. And he's
Yeah.
done it for years. And I just wanted to give something back to him. So I thought, surely I could turn one of his songs into poetry, into songs. Oh my gosh, he's got so much poetry. And the two that he gave me to choose from, one was quite dark and the other one resonated me. So I chose the second one because it was about childhood and I could resonate with the childhood one, that the innocence of childhood and how when you're young and the whole world is ahead of you, you do see things a bit differently, and then you get older and you see things for what they are. It's all about losing that innocence when you're probably at your most creative when you're young. And I thought I can resonate with that. So I just put a melody to it. I turned the structure on its head. It made more sense for me to actually do the last verse of the poem first. In my opinion, that
Oh,
set up the story.
oh wow.
And he was fine with that because he said, you can do whatever you want with this song, which was lovely.
Yeah.
Because as an artist, I keep calling myself an artist. I don't know if I'm an
You
artist. I
are. You
just
are.
write, it sounds a bit pretentious. I just thought, what could I do with it? And he just said, do what you want. And I did. I just put a melody line to it. And I thought, well, it sort of sounds like it needs a bit of guitar, like from the Wild West or something. It was that sort of song.
Okay.
And I thought, well, who is a good friend of Gio's that's known him for a long time that Gio would appreciate being on the song? And I thought,
Mm.
well, Richie has been around for a long time. And I think Richie is the guy because I've always admired his work, and it would be quite lovely to have him on something that I've done as well. I'd be really appreciative of that. So he was really great, and he put that beautiful guitar down because I didn't want it to sound like a normal twangy
Right.
guitar. And
Right.
I
Right.
thought, if anyone's going to put something
He's gonna
guitar
do it.
wise on there
Yeah.
that is going to sound a little bit out there, it's going to be him.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of others, probably Entropy and Motion. He could have done something a bit outrageous on there as well. And it was just lovely, and Gio just absolutely loved it.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it was just great to do that for him. It's the song is there for all time now, and it's been
Yeah.
done.
I love that story.
Yeah, thank you. It gives you
Yeah.
a lot of satisfaction when you do things for other people. It helps you.
Oh,
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
What your music does for people and the feelings that we get from your music, and at different times in our lives, music is always this, well, for those that love music and for those who are the indie artists, I mean, music is something that we all turn to for happy times, bad times,
Yeah.
graduations, anniversaries, birthdays, and then, for I think what you do or what you are doing with the collaborations, it just takes it to another level too. Kudos again to you.
Yes, it's good
Yeah.
to get another person's point of view on a piece of work.
Right? Sure. And what's the best part of collaborating with another indie artist?
The songs on their own, without them, would be totally different. Definitely not as good, I feel. And when you have another human element in there that give their interpretation of what you've written and how they feel the song, that's what community is about, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
not about being alone. You can't do it alone. It has the potential to turn the song into something you've never heard because you've got two different people
Right.
who were brought up in different times, well, probably the same times, but had different experiences maybe.
Exactly.
They're bringing all that to a different way of thinking about things. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's where the magic is, I think.
Agreed. Agreed.
Otherwise, you're just getting one person's perspective on something,
Right. Right.
aren't you?
And you are
Hmm.
able to, turn it around and work with other people, which I don't think everybody has that I guess ability to work with another person on a level that perhaps that you do with the other indie artists that you've worked with. Sometimes I feel myself, I don't think I could. I mean, I don't know if I could do that.
I think you just got to try it. You've definitely got to pick the right person though.
That's it. That's it.
I wouldn't pick anybody. I wouldn't pick just anybody. I get a vibe from it's not why I do it. I've got to mean something.
Okay.
I've got to get a vibe off of them
That definitely would have to be.
if they have the same ideals as me, people that sort of, because I mean, you're virtually putting your heart on a plate and you're going, there you go. What can you do with this? Well,
Right.
what do you
And you
think it
don't want it,
needs?
you don't want that person to
And,
crush it.
what do you think of it? And what do you think the song could be with what
Right.
you put to it as well? And so you've really got to trust the other person as well. You've got to feel confident that, they're going to respect you
Mhm.
for pouring your heart out a bit like that in your song and your lyrics. You have to trust them. I've only gone with people that sort of got me, what I'm about as well. And they're usually people that know of my music and get an idea of what I'm about, I think. Too, because I mean,
Yes.
if it collaborated, because I do get lots of emails
Hmm.
of people wanting to work with me. But if I'm not feeling that it would work,
You don't have that feeling from the beginning. It's not going to work, I would feel. Or, I would think that,
it's more of why they want to. I want to know why they want to work with me as well. Why do you want to? And sometimes it's like, well, when I do a song, it's usually me saying, I think this would be good for this person. I think they might get something out of it as well.
right.
That's what I do with collaborations
There you go.
because they mean something to me. They mean everything to me,
Sure.
the way the songs have turned out. Don't take that lightly. And I don't
No.
just litter around and got to mean something. Very lucky to have found these people for sure. Feel very lucky the music that has come out this year from
Yeah.
taking that leap of
It's
faith.
it's
Yeah.
been a spectacular year.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So, what is coming up for 2025? Do you have other collaborations, projects that you're working on?
I tend to go with what I feel at any one time. I don't put pressure on myself to do anything. I'm actually over Christmas going to get some piano together for someone else that wants to release something they've written
Oh, fun.
that they will be doing, and I'm going to help them with that. I have already got another song for next year that I started in November. All the other collabs that I started because I did that one with I did the walk with
Oh,
His
right.
Theory
Right.
and Eloise.
With Charles. Oh, yeah, Charles.
And
Yes.
see, these producers have these songs and they're all like, okay, it's December and November, we're ready. And I'm like, well, everything came out at once in November and December
That's
because,
true.
they just got to do their stuff. And it's like three new releases in December. It's like
Yeah.
I was hammered. So, that was a lovely collaboration because I've known Eloise and His Theory a long time, since I started actually.
Oh,
They
wow.
were one of my first supporters. They have supported me a lot over the last 3 years, and I know just love His Theory's music. Eloise, they're based in Finland, they're a duo,
Oh,
and
right.
they've been in the indie community for a long time,
Yeah.
and they hadn't collaborated with anybody yet. And I sort of thought, well, I wonder what it would sound like if we got together and collaborated on one of His Theory's songs. So
Right.
he had the walk up for grabs for anybody that wanted to
That was
collaborate
cool.
on it. And
Yeah.
I love a challenge. The lyrics came just straight away, and I did some of the lyrics, and I said to Eloise, I said, let's work on it. And I said, you write your own stuff and I'll write mine and we'll see if we can put it all together. Then Eloise took it back to produce the song. Boy, did they do a good job.
Oh, my
And
God.
I mean, we had His Theory's backbone. We
Mhm.
took out his multi instruments. We took out what we didn't sort of think worked with us because there
Okay.
was a lot of
A
instruments in that
lot.
song.
Oh, my
Let me
gosh.
tell you, guys at Eloise, gee, they took it back to the studio and they did all the mixing. They did the rest they did
Wow.
all the mixing on the voices. They did put their own music in there as well.
Oh, my gosh.
They just did a fantastic job, and I'm so happy for them because they were so happy at how it turned out. I just love that. Hopefully now that they will reach out to other people and maybe collaborate with more people
That would be awesome.
because the song just turned out so well.
It did. It did.
Because
Oh, my
you
gosh.
just don't know,
Yeah.
Deborah, how it's going to go. You think this is can all go to hell in a handbasket. You just don't know how
You
this thing's going
don't.
to
No, I'm
turn out.
sure. I'm sure. Oh, my gosh. But the end result was fantastic. I mean,
Thank you.
Charles is another great one. He's another great indie artist.
And they made me do a video to it as well.
You,
With
I saw,
Yeah, I was not happy about that, but I had to do it, didn't I? I had to
Yep.
fly the
Yes,
flag. Oh,
absolutely.
of course, I will dance on a video and sing
Yep.
with the sun in my face.
That's
Yes,
it. It
I
was
will do
great.
that.
Good for
I will
you.
walk along. But you know what, though? I'm so glad I did it because it's such a lovely thing to keep.
Right.
It's a memento, really.
Oh,
Memento
absolutely.
over the last couple of years and us
Absolutely.
coming together in the end.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Let me ask you this. What
Mm.
advice would you give a new indie artist coming into the indie community?
Okay, just to probably, there's lots and lots and lots of things, probably to just make sure that they're writing what they want to write, just to keep writing what they want to write. Don't write for the listener. I just don't think you should write for the listener what you think the listener wants. I think they should write what they feel, what sort of music they want to put out there and stay true to it because it just can't be wrong. If it's just coming from you, it can't be
Right.
wrong because it's you.
Agreed.
Not coming from anyone else, it's
Right.
from you, so there can't be anything wrong with it.
No,
Just don't get caught up in the numbers. Keep going and make sure you're in it for the right reasons and just be authentic, I suppose.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. Tracy, thank you so much for joining me today. I have
Oh, that's all right.
I have enjoyed our conversation so much.
Thank you. And thank you for all you do for all of us as well.
Oh, you're welcome. You're
Great
very,
station.
very, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for your support too.
Oh, you
Even
know,
your little comments on YouTube and that, it's all very much appreciated.
oh, well, thank you. I
And
do.
Bandcamp. You've even bought songs on Bandcamp as well.
I do.
You're a winner.
Thank you. I do all the little things I possibly can to support the indie artists because one, I love you all, and two, I know it's a passion. I love to support everybody that I possibly can.
Thank you very much.